Within the last week, I created a short talking about Pikmin 4's caves, and some of them you can actually enter backwards. Well, in this video I'm going to go into more detail talking about those caves. Basically, when you enter through the exit hole, the locations of the next hole or vent and your spawn point with the ship will actually be swapped around, which means that you will sometimes spawn in dead ends, which is kind of funny, just like this. But yeah, this is just a pretty cool thing, and today I'll go through all of them and show you what changes there are to the cave, and yeah, just generally showing them all off. If you end up enjoying this video at all, remember to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, because I'm so close to 1,000, so please get me there. There are a total of 5 caves in Pikmin 4 that have an entrance and an exit hole, instead of just entering and exiting through the same hole. The first one is located in the Rescue Corps hub place. I don't actually remember its name. You can see it on screen though. The second one is located in Sunspeckled Terrace. Next one is in Blossoming Arcadia, Serene Shores, and Hero's Hideaway. So only in the first 4 locations plus the hub. I don't know why there isn't one in Giant's Hearth or Primordial Thicket, presumably because there's no areas that you would exclusively need to go into a hole first to get to, so that's probably why. So the first cave is called Burrow of Beginnings. You can enter it from here, which is the exit, and you can choose any Pikmin you want, except it suggests red Pikmin. When you entered this cave for the first time, usually Shepherd is hanging onto the wall with some Bulborb lava just surrounding her, I guess, with some pots that you had to break with Ochi. This time around though, nothing. When you enter from the back end, nothing is there, no enemies, no nothing, even though caves usually do respawn enemies and stuff once you've completed it 100%, but this time there's nothing there at all. You have to hop up this ledge here with Ochi, but once you've done that, there's this little dead end that doesn't have anything in it for some reason, and then you can go on the vent to go up into the sky and exit. Once you come up, you will just be on the other side, nothing special, so yay. The next cave is in the Sunspeckled Terrace, and it's the Aquiferous Summit. Never seen that word before, Pikmin 4, so I don't know if I said it right or not. But anyway, in the Aquiferous Summit, basically, obviously the spawn is swapped. This is something that will happen every time. So when you spawn in, obviously you'll be up here on the ledge and the hole will be down there. It's actually really quick and easy to get to the next hole. You can just walk down the ledge and boom. Yeah. And then on the sub-level 1, you actually have to go on Ochi if you didn't bring Ice Pikmin or anything to get the other Pikmin across to go to the vent. But yeah, besides from that, it's not really much different. These sub-levels are really tiny, so it's not really like any major difference in the like layout. It's only in some future level that might actually make it worth doing this backwards. For most of these, it's not worth. For example, in Blossoming Arcadia, there is the hole called the Sightless Passage, and that hole has the vent and spawn point right next to each other, and because it is a massive maze, like darkness like level, it's kind of doesn't affect anything at all, and plus it's only one sub-level, so like it literally just doesn't really change anything because the spawn points are slightly different and you can move the base anyway, so again it's just doesn't really affect you in the Sightless Passage. Now in Serene Shores we are taking out the big guns. Engulfed Castle. This cave usually has exclusive Pikmin, the blue Pikmin. And well, obviously you can't bring normal Pikmin through the entrance because it's flooded with water. But what can you do from the exit? Bring any type you want because it's on land. You can enter the Engulfed Castle with any Pikmin type if you're coming through the exit. So in the footage I've gotten some Pikmin that you'd never normally see in Engulfed Castle. Doing this one in reverse order is actually really fun. And I recommend you try this one in your next playthrough because unlike the previous 2 I talked about, this one is 100% worth trying. So on the final sub-level, you just spawn in this room instead of in that room. Wow, so different. So yeah, and then the hole is just here in the open. Sub-level 4 has you spawn in this room, which is actually a really cool spawn point next to these poisonous Bulborbs. And then the hole is just in the big open room where you were before, which kind of looks out of place, but yeah. On sublevel 3, you actually spawn in a dead end, which is really kind of weird looking because you would never normally be in like such a thin space between the ship and like it's just really weird to see in a dead end. So this is pretty cool. But then yeah, you can move the base back and forth between the other base points inside of the level and also the one there, but you can't change it to where you would normally do if you would enter from the entrance. You can only do it to the spawn point where you actually spawned. You can't like change bases to the where the hole currently is in this version. So yeah, it literally changes it. And then speaking of the hole, it is in this room, which is kind of a weird location for it. Like you would never see this normally. Now, sublevel 2 has to have the coolest ship spawn in the whole game, because you know usually the hole is here, but now it's the ship, and I think it's just so cool with like the grass here, and it's just like kind of in the corner out the way, and it just really feels more natural to spawn there compared to, you know, where it is normally when you would enter from the entrance. So like yeah, the hole is here on it, and like collecting things back to it actually just makes it just feels more natural. It just feels like kind of a cozy corner, to be honest. Kind of wish it was like that in the actual game. Kind of spicing up between Pikmin 2 and Pikmin 4's versions of Submerged Castle and Engulfed Castle, so it would have been pretty cool to have like variations like that. And finally on sublevel 1, you spawn in a dead end both times in the entrance and exit versions of this level, so it's not that much different. It's just you're now here instead of here. Whoa. Once you exit the hole, you actually can't exit with any type except for blue Pikmin because you're obviously exiting into the water now. So yeah, you have to select blue Pikmin. Our final cave on this list to do with the exit holes is the Frozen Inferno in Hero's Hideaway. Usually you can only enter this with red Pikmin because the flames on the cooker? Whatever it's called, I can't remember. But basically, you can normally only come in with red Pikmin, but now obviously you can come in with any type of Pikmin. On the final sublevel, you spawn in this room, but to be honest, both rooms are very similar anyway. The only difference is there's no fire starter place, so it doesn't feel much different. Sublevel 3 makes it so that you're kind of stuck behind this water and you can't actually collect anything or do anything unless you have ice Pikmin or blue Pikmin. So I think that's pretty cool. And then when you go into the main room with, you know, the cylindrical pillar kind of things, I feel like the hole doesn't look right here. I think it looks really out of place here. And in sublevel 2, we are in yet another dead end, which feels weird again. And then if we go down here, you can see the hole is actually just in the open again, which again just looks weird. It's not normal. We're not used to this kind of thing. And sublevel 1, we are in like a dead end, but we're so close to the ship spawn normally that it doesn't really feel much different to me, so... And anyway, when we go to exit, just like in Engulfed Castle, we can't actually bring any Pikmin out with us except for red Pikmin because they are, again, the only ones that we can exit because we're exiting directly in the fire. So red Pikmin are the only type we can exit with. So which one of those is your favourite? Definitely Engulfed Castle for me. It's the longest cave there and it's also just the most interesting with the layouts. But did you know about this in Pikmin 4? About the fact that there's exit holes? I didn't even realise it on my first playthrough. I remember going to Blossoming Arcadia, counting the holes that I saw and was like, oh, there's a cave here. And then I realised that it was just Sightless Passage again. And I was just like, oh, right. But yeah, if you've enjoyed this video, why not subscribe, leave a comment which one was your favourite, and also if you knew this about Pikmin 4 already, and, you know, like the video if you actually enjoyed it. But yeah, it's been Pikzelow, and I'll see you in another Pikmin video, so bye bye!